Good afternoon, everyone. It's your girl Alicia, coming to you to give my review of Star, season 2, episode 12, entitled Dreamers. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. If you are a returning Star family member, it's good to see y'all again. You know how we do it. I'm gonna just get right into it. I want to give a shout out to the writer of last night's episode. From a writer's perspective, it probably was one of, if not the best episodes of Star that I have seen thus far. It was just amazing because they were able to incorporate everyone into this episode in some way. Whether they had a little part or a huge part, they were able to incorporate everybody that's a part of this incredible ensemble. Starting with the opening. The scene with Lala in jail was so heart-wrenching and was so incredible, and I'm loving that Star has kind of taken this direction, because we know in the first season it was a lot of activity for Black Lives Matter and all of that with the character of Derek. They kind of got away from that. It has been more drama. It has been more, focus on the singing, and that's all great. But it was great, and it was refreshing to see them deal with things that are directly affecting our community, dealing with, foreign policies such as, immigration, and dealing with deportation. And I was glad that they used the character of Angel, a character that we have grown to love, a character that we have grown to admire, because he comes off as very nice and just being an upstanding guy. So I was glad that they touched on that. But that scene with Lala in jail, she played that. We're used to seeing her play Keisha, or we're used to on Power, or we're used to seeing her play some other kind of character. But it was refreshing and exciting, to see her portray this character. She was, just hurt, and she embodied that, and I loved seeing that portrayed on TV. And the song that Angel did when the show first started, I didn't even know Evan Ross could sing until he started actually playing on Star. And so it's great even just seeing him emerge as an artist. And his storyline was just very, very different. It was insightful, because I really didn't know the situation with his mother. So when he saw her, I looked at Hael, and he was giving this look like, oh Lord. So I'm like, there is some type of connection between Lala's character and Hael. I just don't know the connection. I was a little like, when Lala stated that, the person that he thought was his father his whole life isn't his father, and his father is Dominican like her. And I'm like, okay, is that the truth? Or could Yahil possibly be Angel's father? We don't know, but knowing, the way Star going, we don't know how that may go. But Evan Ross did an amazing job on last night's episode when he saw his mom and the emotion that he was able to bring forth. By the time he got down the stairs, the tears were flowing from his eyes as well as Lala's, and he just did it such a great portrayal of someone that had been longing for his mother's love. And when he found her, when he saw her, all he wanted her to do was listen to his music. It wasn't really about why you weren't there, what happened. I just want you to be a part of what I'm doing now. So I thought that was a great message. And even leading into the marriage between Angel and Simone, and my only thing with that was because she was, she's a minor. But we learned that Simone is 17, which she still is a minor, but she'll be 18 in 6 months when they plan on getting the marriage, annulled, or they plan on getting a divorce. The theme I love about Angel and Simone is that they are such loving characters. They are giving characters. And the theme about that is, how far are you willing to go to help someone in need? And for them, it was marriage. And even when she found out about him, the possibility of him being deported, she was like, we can stay, married as long as you want. And he was like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. So it was just amazing just seeing their hearts. They are two beautiful souls, two beautiful hearts. And they balance out everything else that's going on right now with the characters in Star. Star and her dad, Brody, that was gruesome. That was such a unexpected twist. Which we all found out that Star was actually the person that gave her mom the lethal injection that caused her to overdose. And it was almost as if, her mind blocked that traumatic experience, just blocked it out of her memory, because the only thing she remembered was Brody leaving her. And that was it. And that's what caused such resentment and hate in her heart towards him, never knowing, that this entire time that he was actually protecting her from that memory. And, I was actually beginning to like Brody. I was hoping that somehow they could possibly, deal with their differences and mend their broken relationship. Because we were definitely able to see that Brody he has no hesitation. He has no boundaries when it comes to protecting his children. And money is not even an issue, because he was offered money, but when he saw what Hunter did to Star, it was like, bump that. This is my child. This is what your son did to my child. And as payback, we saw how gruesomely and violently he killed, Arlene. And I found that to be interesting, because, like he told Hael, I'm good at what I do. We're not going to get caught. There's no traces. She had been dead a month before the police even found out about it. And so I was like, how did Arlene's sister know, her twin sister, Charlene, find out about this? How did she know that Brody was the one that did it? And then I thought about when she came to, I have to go back and look, but when she came to Carlotta's house, and when Cotton and Star went outside, and Star told Cotton that she know it was Brody that killed her, I believe that door was cracked. I don't think that door was closed all the way. So I was like, I wonder if she was eavesdropping on Cotton and Star's conversation, and is that how she found out that it was Brody that actually did it? Hopefully they do show us how she found out about it, because when she came to wreck stuff up. I wasn't expecting her to do that to Brody. I was like, it was like hurtful to watch, because I'm like, no, Star finally has an opportunity to deal with her issues with her dad. She called him dad for the first time. It was the first time we ever heard her say that word. And I'm like, don't kill him off. But you know how TV shows are, we could think Brody dead, Brody come back 2 episodes later, all bloodied and bruised, and he magically appears, he magically somehow escaped death. But we'll see how that all pans out. I pray he's not. I pray somehow miraculously he survived that electrocution, and he can really be in his children's life, the way that he desires. But that was such a powerful episode. It just really was. Alex, Noah, and the Quavo situation. I guess Quavo came to throw like a little curveball, in there or whatnot. It wasn't many scenes with Alex and Noah, and the scenes they did have together, there really wasn't any interaction between them. I thought it was a cute little scene where they were waiting to talk to the sponsor of the tour. And when Carlotta was like, these are my girls, and, they are rapidly gaining fans, and Alex kind of looked at him, and he looked at her, and for me, I took it as she was acknowledging the fact that he's probably that reason, because he's the reason why their song is on the radio. And then in the studio, when Quavo and Alex was in the studio, and Noah was walking up, and he see them, he walked in, he was like, what's up? What's really going on here? So he kind of gave Alex that look like, what's this about? And she didn't say anything. She just kind of gave him like this blank stare. But one thing I did like, it was very evident in this episode that he really cares about Alex deeply. He really does. And I like the fact that when Quavo was offering him a drink, he was like, nah, bro, I'm good on that. And Quavo's response was, since when you turned down a shot? Like, nah, bro, I'm good. And then Alex says, he's good, Quavo. And, Noah kind of, nods his head to give her like that acknowledgement, and she does the same. And I'm like, I know that we want more to happen, in these episodes, but I like the way that they did it because of the preview that, I'm going to talk about that, about the preview that they showed for the upcoming episode. So we get to the group photo shoot, and Quavo being fresh and all that stuff like that, and really trying to shoot his shot with Alex. I guess she wasn't really hearing it, but when he does pull out the little camera, I'm here with Alexandra Crane, and Noah was like, man, she ain't no joint to be passed around, bro, and Quavo made the little comment, you might want to pay attention to your girl, because I would love to have her dipped in chocolate. What? And next thing you know, Noah done swung on him. And Quavo pulls out a gun. I was like, wait a minute. Escalated quickly. I wasn't expecting that at all. But it just goes to show, what somebody would do, and they feel like you step in, when people are territorial. And so I'm like, yeah, he's really in his feelings right now, when it comes to Alex, or you're around someone that you know what it is, this person denying the feelings. And it's just a lot of stuff I imagine going on. And even with Noah, I love how they are developing his character, because I know a lot of people wanted him to be, he's this asshole. Excuse my language. I don't curse. But, people think he's this asshole. He's no good. He's trying to come between friends. He's trying to mess up the group. He's trying to use Alex for his own personal gain. And I'm like, I don't believe so. Number one, because Noah Brooks is Noah Brooks. Noah Brooks is the superstar. Noah Brooks got Take 3 song on the radio, not the other way around. So I'm like, using her, I really don't see that. But I love how he's trying to become a better person for himself, not for Alex, not for any woman, not for his career, but for himself. And I love the scene between him and Carlotta. They had a couple scenes together, but the one I really liked the most was the last scene they had together when he asked her to be his manager. He was like, I have a problem, but basically, like, this is not who I want to be. I want to be better. I want to be, a better person. So I love how they are building him up, how they are evolving him as a character. We get to see a little bit more depth when it comes to Luke James portraying Noah Brooks, and everybody else. I love how Jude, I think this was her best portrayal of Star since the show had started. I loved her in this episode. She did an amazing job. She really did. The whole episode was just powerful. And, one thing for me that I gained from it, just watching Brody and her, if somebody, have wronged you, if somebody has treated you badly, if someone did something that you didn't agree with, let that stuff go. Forgive them. You can decide how you want them to be a part of your life, or if they even needed to be a part of your life. But release yourself from all the hurt and the damage and the unforgiveness, and that, because it's weight, it is weight, and it's detrimental to, moving forward, with your life. And then sometimes when you finally realize what you've been missing, it's too late. It's too late. And based on what we saw for Star, it may be too late to have a relationship with her father. So it's like, let that stuff go, man. We know life is too short, and we only get one on this side of heaven. If that's what you believe, that's what I believe. So it's like, let that stuff go. Live your life to the fullest in the best way possible. A lot of people were commenting and messaging me late last night, early this morning, because they were upset because there wasn't really a lot of scenes with Star and with Alex and Noah. And it really wasn't needed, because when we look at next week's episode, that's when everything go down. That's when their relationship becomes physical. And so we're really going to see what happens, what led to them having sex. And there could be a whole lot of speculation, because I'm like, yeah, Alex feels guilty. Like she said in the preview, every time she sees Derek, she just feels so guilty. And I believe that's one of the reasons why she has not acted on her feelings for Noah, is because she feels guilty about what she did, which there should be some guilt in there, because it was wrong. But at the same time too, I feel like, even when we have wronged someone, and we have done something that we felt we shouldn't have done, we have to learn to forgive ourselves, because you're still worthy of happiness. You're still worthy of love, and we should not discount ourselves, put us out for the count because we have wronged someone. We need to learn to forgive. We need to learn how to accept responsibility and accountability for our actions and move on with our life if that other person no longer wants to be a part of our life. So I'm really excited to see how this thing happening, and they getting busy in Hyel's, little trailer thing. And I'm like, how that happened? Because, Noah was like, I'm sorry, for messing things up with you and, Derek. And I hope and pray that they put her in a position to be honest. Like, you didn't mess anything up. Everything that happened between us, I wanted it to happen. I was an active participant, of it happening. It wasn't Noah's fault. Now, Noah showed he really didn't respect the relationship by continuing to kiss her, knowing that she had a man. He did that. But as far as messing something up, no, you weren't in a relationship with Derek and Alex. It was them two, and she decided to do what she did. But Alex still my girl, and I was a little upset when Carlotta in the next episode, where Carlotta was like, is it over? And Alex's response was completely. And I said, y'all still got my girl line? I just want her, just be honest with it. Like, even if your truth sounds horrible to somebody else, baby, it's your truth. Live that thing. You won't Noah, be with Noah. But we see Noah finna get it. next week. So I'm excited about that. I'm ready to see how it all, how it all plays out. How does this death, if Brody is really dead, how does this affect Star? How does it affect Simone? What's going to happen with Angel, and him being an undocumented immigrant. I'm interested in seeing, because I read that there's like an internal battle even with Andy. Andy's parents want him to be something when he wants to be an entertainer, and there's a conflict of interest there. So we're really going to see, what happens. And speaking of conflict of interest, when Noah asked Carlotta to be his manager, I'm like, how is that going to affect the dynamic? Because she's the girl's manager. Like, what's going to happen with that? I mean, it could be done, but that's real, that's a thin line. So all in all, last night was an impeccable episode. It was a great episode. I loved it. By far, probably one of my favorites. Just the writing and the themes and the plots and the twists. So, y'all drop a line, comment. If I missed anything, tell me what was your favorite part. What you think about that preview for next week's. I know those of us that are rooting for Alex and Noah, I know we happy to see what's going to pop off next week. So I look forward to seeing y'all. Like, again, thank you for everybody who subscribed, everyone that comment. Y'all really make my day. And it's just a blessing. Even the people that we have opposing views, we can still agree to disagree in respect. And that's one thing I love about everybody that comments under my video. There has never been anything disrespectful. There has never been anything that has just been downright rude, and I appreciate that we can all be adults about our opinions and our perspectives and what we believe as being facts. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all of y'all for your encouragement, for your positive words, your positive vibes. And like I say all the time, I see y'all guys next week, and y'all be safe out there.